Hi guys, so this is another requested video that I was asked to do, and it was just about my essentials in terms of my makeup every day. So there's Rimmel, there's Maybelline, there's Sleek. So I thought I'd start kind of from the top and go down in terms of my face and every day and what I use. Now the one thing that I've been using for so long, and I will insert images with this too, is this is the W7 Brow Bar, and I'm sorry, it's faded off at the moment, but you can see you've got 4, they're all numbered, 1 to 4. You get a little brush with it too, and it's just so handy for your brows, guys. So I'll just let you see there what it looks like. Mine is a little bit worn because I repurchase of mine all the time, and I use number 3, which is this one right here. That would be the one I use on my brows, but the lighter one here would be suitable for kind of, I'd say, blondes to kind of light browns. Then you do have this dark one here, the kind of charcoal tone as well, and then you've got the white, which is just to highlight the brows and the top and the bottom as well. So I'll show you an image of that now. I just find it's the best brow bar that I've found in terms of powder, and you get really good control. There's no kind of fallout with the colours, which you would expect with lower end brands, but there is no, I hardly have fallout with this, which is really good, especially if it's a darker colour. You don't want anything coming below the brows or anything like that. Then I put my setting spray on, and honestly it stays all day. I hardly ever have to kind of retouch it or anything like that. So you're looking at about 6 or 7 hours, and that's really good in terms of kind of being able to rely on it to do what it says. The next brand I'm going to show you, it's like a quad, it's from Sleek. I'm wearing, and I know it's a bright day today, but I'm wearing one of them today. This is a Sleek Matte Lipstick Quad, basically, and it's the Ballet number 858. So you get Tutu, Plie, Swan Lake, and Pirouette. And this is the one I wanted to show you, and I'm just going to open it for you now. They can be a little tricky, but they're so handy to keep in your bag as well. Just bring it along in your handbag. Now I don't use you did get a little brush with it there too, but I don't use that anymore. So if I just show you, sorry, minus the mirror there. They're the 4 colours. So if I show you quickly, this is Tutu, this is Swan Lake, this is what I have on today. I don't know if you can see. This one here is Pirouette, and this one here is Plie. So if I just show you there, I'll just show you a quick snapshot of it on its own. So you can see the colours up close there. It's just one of those palettes that you could use. It's an everyday palette, everyday lipstick. Again, I like the fact that the consistency is a lipstick. It's not that consistency of like a lip gloss where it wears really easily. This one is certainly stays on and does have staying power. There's a thickness to it as well, which I like, which means it doesn't fade really at all. I mean, you do need to kind of reapply after maybe lunch or drinking, things like that. But no, I find that I rarely have to kind of touch up on this, unless obviously, as I said, I've had lunch or I've gone out and or I've drank or something like that. So I would get about 4 hours without touching it on my lips, which I would expect for any lipstick really, because you do have to retouch, high end or low end, you always have to retouch lipstick. So that would be the quad that I'm really loving at the moment. Now, sticking with the lips, something I'm really loving at the moment is the Nivea Soft Rose, and it's just lip balm. And I got this in a giveaway from Chalky Kaz. It was lovely, from Karen. And it came with I think it was the summer giveaway. And this is Soft Rose, and I had Labello before, and I'd never tried the Nivea lip balms. But it is so soft and moisturising, guys. It's lovely. That's what it looks like. And then that's it with the lid on. Yes, and the smell is just beautiful, and I just find it really moisturises the lips. I actually put it on at night too, after I put on my night cream and everything like that. And then after I put my cream on in the morning and I've washed my face, put on my moisturiser, and maybe I'm doing my brows and I haven't moved on to my skin or my lips, I'll put this on in preparation for anything else beforehand. So I'm really loving that, and I would really highly recommend that. I'll just show you a clip of that also. I'm going to move on to brushes quickly. Brushes that I've been absolutely loving and that I depend on all the time are from Studio 5 and Bella & Bear. Bella & Bear I will actually link below. I do have a complete kind of opening the package from Amazon, and you can see everything you get. This is I call it a fluffy brush, we'd all call that, but they actually have individual ones. So Bella & Bear, this is called the Pompous Cat, but it's actually a fluffy brush, so you blend that colour in, you know, from the lid to the brow, or the shadow, you would blend it in, and it's so fluffy and lovely. Sorry guys if you can hear the little dogs downstairs. So yeah, lovely, dependable. I love that when I wash this, you know, there's no kind of there's no coming away. It just lasts. None of these have fallen out yet. There's no fallout just yet, and I've had them about 7 or 8 months now, and they've been a repurchase of mine too. This is the Studio 5 powder brush. This is really handy, guys, just for if you want to buff in even if you want to buff in the contouring or the bronzing. Even though it's quite a big thick brush, if you have it in the right direction, it doesn't kind of move it around the face, it just blends it in really nicely. So I really like that, and I used that today. And I'm just finding the Bella and Bear and the Studio 5 brushes very good value for money, particularly the Studio 5. They were €11. I got a set of 7, and the softness to them, guys, these have been washed multiple times. Again, no fallout, which I was quite surprised with, because even sometimes with my Real Techniques, I do get a couple of fallouts, which is natural, but absolutely lovely feel to them, guys. And yeah, that's Studio 5 on Amazon. Really, really good. I'll just show you a quick close-up. Just moving on to mascara, I've been absolutely loving. It's from 17, and I love the packaging as well, guys. It's called Backlash Mascara, 100% Lash Impact. I'm wearing it today. I like the fact that it doesn't clump the lashes and does a really good job of separating them while not getting too much product on them at the same time. I'll just show you the brush. The shape of the brush, I think, has a lot to do with it, and I will obviously show you a close-up as well, but let me just show you the brush looks like. So that's what the brush looks like. Again, it does a really, really good job because it has a tapered end of getting into the inner and outer lashes, and not only just putting them all in one kind of area, kind of flowing them out. So it really, really gives that false lash effect. Now, I've only had two applications today, so nothing too kind of major. But if you did want to get that false lash effect, I think, and you can't wear false lashes, Backlash Mascara, and a very reasonable price too, would be a great kind of option for you. I'm loving it at the minute, and it wasn't very expensive. I think it was about €6 in Boots, and again, the silver packaging is beautiful. So I'll just show you a close-up of that too. So now I'm just going to quickly move on to, as this was like a requested what I go to all the time in terms of a face of makeup. They're the two things I'm wearing today and that I usually apply every day, unless I'm trialing a new foundation or concealer. I usually stick with my Dream Matte Velvet Soft Matte Hydration Foundation from Maybelline. As you can see there, I will give you close-ups. And this is, now it's nearly at the end, this is the Pro Longwear Concealer from MAC. And it's just at the end there now. So what I'll do is, I'll put on my primer, my moisturiser, my primer. Then what I'll do is, after my brows and my eyes are done, I will start with the concealer. So before I put on foundation at all, where do I need to conceal? What do I want to kind of minimise? So that would usually be under here, maybe around the T-zone if I'm having skin kind of issues. So that's what I would use this for. And then the remainder of the face, what I would do is I would go with my Dream Matte Velvet, and I find the both of them together just really work really well for my skin. This is the Pro Long Concealer. Mine is in NW20, and this is in 01 Natural. 01 Natural, so that's what I use, and it just seems to really work well with my skin. And the most important thing, I think, is that they work together as a product really well for me, because you don't want them to kind of interact or kind of look kind of not mix very well, which can happen sometimes with concealers and foundations, particularly if they're not from the same brand. So I find these are working really, really well, and I'll show you some close-ups now. Now just moving on to a setting powder. Moving on to a setting powder quickly. This is from Magical Halo, and I wasn't really sure what to think about it at first. I got it on Amazon. It was very, I think it was €4, so it wasn't hugely expensive. I usually use the W7 Sheer Loose powder. So I thought I'd try this. This is in 02. It's in Skin 02 Natural is the colour there, and you can see I like the packaging. It's a little bit, it's very attractive packaging, I think, the black and the silver. And it does have a sifter as well, so you can see there. You can control basically how much you take out. So I usually pop some in here, use my powder brush that I showed you earlier, and I put it all over the face to set the foundation and concealer that I've just done. I find it really, really good, guys. It lasts all day. I mean, I get about 6 or 7 hours out of it. I find it very dependable, and it's nearly gone. But again, it doesn't break the bank if you need to get it again. So I would advise to look up Magical Halo as a company, because they do other foundations. They do eyeshadow palettes. They do a lot. They're new to me. They're probably not new in themselves, but they are, Magical Halo are a new to me company. So yes, I'm loving that, guys. And what I then do, just moving on, before that I'll just show you kind of up close. So what I would then do is then maybe move on to bronzer after I've set everything. If I want to do like a contour, really, you know, if I'm going out at night, that's different. But if it's general every day, like this video was requested every day, I usually like to use bronzer. And this is the Smooth Skin NYC Bronzing Face Powder. And that's, the packaging is really, really, really nice, guys. And this is in, there's not a, it just says it's in Sunny. And the number is 720. Sunny, and I'll just show you the inside. It has a lovely mirror, but I won't blind you guys. And that's there, what that looks like there. Again, you will see a close up, but you can see it kind of has the sun decoration on it there. Again, this was another giveaway item in the Chucky Cast summer giveaway, so that's how I kind of discovered it. But I would be repurchasing it again, and I just think it's that nice kind of. I'm wearing it today just on the where the sun would naturally hit your face, the top here, and then a little bit under here, and I've blended all that in really well, and I think it just gives a nice warm, very nice warm feel to the skin. So that's what that looks like there. And again, I'll just show you a close-up. So that was the close-up of that. Now just moving on to eyeshadows, and what I've been using and kind of experimenting with was a new palette that I got in the giveaway as well from Chucky Kaz, and it's the, this is what it looks like. It's the I Heart Makeup Wonder Palette in Chocolate Vice. And I just think the amount of colours, the different ranges, you can do day to night easily with this palette. Easily, absolutely no problem. And I'll just show you, forgive the colours, guys, they are a bit mixed and messed a little bit, sorry about that, but that's what they look like there. So you've got your oranges, you've got some really nice pinks and reds, the golds and the browns, and at the top you have the neutrals. I will show you a proper kind of a zoom in of it on its own in a moment, but I am wearing this one today. It did come with names as well, guys, so that's what I'm wearing today on my eyes, and it did come with names as well, so they do have names. I just don't have it to hand at the minute, but yes, just to give you a bit of a swatch before I show you what they look like, I'm just going to swatch these 3 colours right here for you, and I'm just going to swatch them for you just so you can see what they look like. So there is those the red and the browns. They're just so vibrant, guys. And what I'll do now is I'll just show you kind of close up what they look like. So that eyeshadow palette would be very, very suitable for day and night, I think, and especially if you're going away, staying anywhere. I think it's a very, very good one to have. The I Heart chocolate, or the I Heart makeup palettes are really, really good. They have the pink, the white, and the brown ones as well. And again, just for those kind of, if you want neutrals, I think the white chocolate one has all the kind of browns in it too as well. But the actual chocolate one is, I think it's the salted caramel palette I've ordered on Amazon, and that had lovely blue in it, so I wanted to get that too. So I'll just go move on to the last thing that I usually use. So just moving on, lastly, to kind of my everyday, if I do blush and contour, what do I use? I usually go for a palette, and this is the Makeup Revolution Sugar and Spice palette. Again, packaging is really attractive. You do have to I keep these handy all the time around here, guys, because it just gets very messy with all the palettes, and just to keep it clean and hygienic as well. And I spray them down a lot too. So this is what this looks like. So this is for blushes. This would be more blushes. So I'll just show you what that looks like. And just beside it, I'll show you the Makeup Revolution Iconic Lights and Contour. So this is kind of for the contour and the blush. I'll just show you together. So this is the, you can really see there the brightness of the colours. I'm wearing a little bit today of, let me just, this one here, and let me just see. A very small amount. You can see how it just gives me that kind of shine, but if you wanted to intensify that at night, you could just kind of double the impact on that, and it would be lovely with fake lashes and things like that, and a real dark smoky eye would be beautiful for a nighttime look. But for daytime, it has those really light, appropriate kind of colours for daytime too, so I love it. It's very, very, very much used here because it just has that day and night kind of all in one. So for the blush and the highlight, I definitely use Sugar and Spice palette. But then for the deep contour and the matte highlight, this is their Iconic Lights and Contour Pro palette. And that's what that looks like. So if I wanted a nice deep contour, I could go in here. And then if I wanted just to kind of have that definition and not so kind of intense, you've got these options here too. But then you have along this long 4 row here, you have all those kind of, and I think this was in one of my new to me products videos. So you can just see the different aspects of kind of the mattes. Then it goes in the kind of intensifies and shimmer basically as you go up on those. But really, really nice, guys. And what I'll do now is I'll give you a close-up of both. And then lastly, just to kind of finish it all off, I use my Avon setting spray, and this is their, it's a matte finish, so you don't get that dewiness, but there's no dryness to it. And I'm wearing it again today, and again I get about 7 hours out of this. So if I pop it on at about 7:30 in the morning, and then I have a half day at school with the kids, I come back about maybe 1:30, 2, it's still there. And then if I do need to go out again, I might do a light touch up, or if I have a shower, I'll actually do it all over again. But usually, I mean, I would get 7 hours out of that. So, and that's the Avon, that's 125 mils, just their Avon makeup setting spray that I got online. But if you have a rep nearby, you might get it at a better price. This was, I think, €6 sorry, on Amazon about 2 or 3 months ago. And you can see I got really good use out of it too. Look how much is still left there, if you can see, just up to here. So yeah, that will be my full face in terms of what I use. Mascara, eyeshadow, foundation, and the lips. Kind of summer, those quads are great for the summer, I think, because the Ballet palette that I showed you, I think it just has those gorgeous, gorgeous colours, really suitable for kind of coming into summer and bringing on a holiday as well. It'd be great to kind of, instead of having all these individuals, just bring a compact, and you can kind of open it up, and day to night you can kind of interchange it, because there's a lovely brown in there that I think would be gorgeous for night. See this one here? Either one of these two, I think. If I just swatch maybe one for you. That one there is the colour, it's brown, but I mean it's not coming up. It's so bright today, guys. Sorry, I know it's probably not coming up, but I'll just show you there maybe. But you can just see you've got your browns, your white, and your creams, and again they're very moisturising as well, so they don't dry out. So I would definitely kind of holidays, kind of staying away, even just to have in your bag every day. Quads are quite good for that, and Sleek are actually very, very good too for the quality of their lipsticks too. So that's it. That's everything what I kind of wear. My day-to-day must-haves in terms of makeup. That was a requested video. Thank you for requesting the video. I will link below the new additions to the household. It's my previous video, but I'll link it around here, I think, is where it'll come up. Thank you for watching the video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. And everybody, I hope you have a great Easter.